That's right, Fresh Pig. We are rope dropping it this morning. We even managed to rope drop the rope drop a little bit. So that countdown out there, that was a gate drop. That means they hadn't even opened the gates yet. We got in time for that. Walking down Main Street on a Sunday morning, a brisk Sunday morning, actually kind of warm. And we're gonna rope drop today. My goal is to sort of coach you through the rope drop process a little bit. In terms of taking advantage of that time. There is no better time to attack Disney, to get at Disney. If you want to knock out a bunch of rides fast, the single very best way to do that, short of going to an After Dark event and not participating in the After Dark event, but just going on rides, short of that, best way to do that is rope drop. And the first rule of rope drop is to rope drop like we did, because what you want to be able to do, if you can, is to get to the front of these rope drop queues. This is going to be a Fantasyland rope drop. Tomorrowland rope drop is happening up there. Not a lot of people here, so we did well on that. You're probably a little late for Rise of the Resistance. That group right there looks like it's going to Frontierland, but it's actually going to Rise of the Resistance. These guys are going to try to rope drop that. These guys are going to try to rope drop Peter Pan, as well as these guys right here. So I've chosen Tomorrowland. We're going to try to rope drop Space Mountain. Just about all these folks are going to be going in that direction. It's probably the second most popular rope drop, I would say, to Rise of the Resistance. Peter Pan being third. Don't try to rope drop Peter Pan. That's a side tip for this. Peter Pan, unless you're at the very front and you run, it's going to be a wait anyway. I've been to rope drop many times for Peter Pan, or tried it anyway, and it didn't work out. Actually, twice it wasn't even open. So I much prefer rope dropping Tomorrowland and Space Mountain. Being here at 7:30 affords us the opportunity to beat a whole bunch of people, because by the time they drop this rope, all this space will be filled with guests. It's already starting to fill up, but it'll go all the way back to the Carnation Cafe, and this queue right here, this group of people will go all the way out to the center of the hub towards Main Street.
Well, you can see now how high they can go by the water.
Riding the astrometer, have fun.
Yeah, it's air.
I know they test these things in the morning, but I've never seen them in the. There we go. 2 minutes to rope drop, and I can't even see the end of the line. I don't know if this is full capacity or anything like that, but it's plenty enough busy to be a situation that needs to be dealt with. For now, we're going to stand by right here. Our rope drop. Don't run, Fresh Pig. You can see the very large line of people behind me is evidence of how crucial it is that you beat rope drop, that you rope drop, if you want to get this right. If you want to really maximize how much you get done on a rope drop morning, you can't get here at 7:45 or 7:50 or 8. You have to get here at least 7:30, like I did. The gates hadn't opened yet, so luckily, getting here earlier at the front of the gate would have been better. But if you don't do that, you're going to turn Space Mountain, which will probably be about a 10-minute wait. It'll turn it into a 30-minute wait, which still isn't bad, mind you. You're still winning at that point. But it'll turn a 10-minute wait into a 30-minute wait, and that costs you at least one more ride here in Tomorrowland or somewhere else if you try to go to another land and get something done early in the morning. So every minute that you get here is exponentially faster for the rest of the morning.
Feel like a high-speed roller coaster type ride in the dark with sharp turns, sudden drops, and stops.
All right, not bad. From rope drop our ride vehicle, 14 minutes. We're in hyperspace.
They're coming out of nowhere.
Starting your day on Space Mountain is fantastic. Not only is it the optimal ride in terms of rope drop strategy, but it's a super great way to get your day going. Looks like 25 minute standby right now, which isn't bad actually for this time in the morning for having, you know, it being, what is it, 8? Yeah, it's 8:21. We got through the whole thing in 20 minutes. Now, what's next? My opinion. Hi guys, good morning. My feeling is that the ultimate purpose of rope drop is to save time. Now, there are some strategies where you can say, hey, let's knock out all of Tomorrowland here in the first part of the morning. It's a good strategy. You do the same thing for Fantasyland, for example. If you hit Peter Pan and then you try to jump on all those other dark rides. But for me, the ultimate goal is to save time. And with that, I feel like you want to try to hit all of the biggest attractions, the attractions with the longest wait first. So my next stop is going to be the Matterhorn.
Now, I chose Matterhorn for two obvious reasons. One is that it's, you know, the next closest attraction, but it's also a lightning lane attraction. A lightning lane attraction that can get really hectic as the day wears on. It's not ideal right now. There's a standby, but it's a 10-minute wait. If this is as good as it's going to get for the rest of the day, it's not going to get any better than this. So it's a perfect segue from Space Mountain to the next. And that's really what you want to do.
I feel like the priority should be Lightning Lane attractions. If you don't have Lightning Lane, that is. If you're trying to do the park without Genie Plus, the plan should be in the morning, between 8 and 9 or 8 and 10, as many Lightning Lane attractions as you can get. So after Matterhorn, we're doing Indiana Jones and probably Big Thunder. We're going to skip rides though. All right, in our vehicle at 8:32, we're just about ready to go see Harold.
For your safety.
Easy peasy. Look at that, that's kind of surprising. The queue is actually, it's actually shorter than it was when we got in the queue about 10 minutes ago. Oh, that's because, okay, they were loading just one side, so they now have started loading the Fantasyland side. That explains a lot. We were Tomorrowland side only when we got in the queue. Now, if you're a Fantasyland guy, if you want to do Peter Pan rope drop, which is, I mean, you can do it. It can work. If you happen to do it, you pull it off. It also gives you the opportunity now to hit a lot of Fantasyland attractions that also have long waits, like the Storybook Land ride right there. That's a good wait. Teacups right here, no wait at all. Rope drop. So if you're choosing Fantasyland, it's a great time to try to knock out a bunch of those rides at once as well. And look, it's even Geppetto. I wonder how many times he hears Pinocchio.
But one thing that I definitely recommend is skipping Peter Pan, unless it's just an absolute high priority for you. Right now that says 30. This queue, I mean, just like that, instantly, this queue gets backed up like this. If you miss it first thing in the morning, then just forget it, skip it. It's not gonna happen for you. It's never gonna be under 30 or 40 minutes, ever.
This is how you want to see Adventureland, right? Without all that congestion.
Subscribe to your channel.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you guys. All right, guys. You want to see an empty Adventureland, am I right? For those of you who are looking for convenience, after you do Indiana Jones, you are more than welcome to take an opportunity to grab Jungle Cruise, because this will be a short wait also right here. Like I said, if you're looking for the shortest wait possible for this particular attraction. But if you have designs on Indiana Jones, now is the time. Don't do Jungle Cruise first. Do Indiana first.
So why is that? Why is it that you want to do Lightning Lane attractions now, apart from the obvious reasons that the lines are shorter in the morning than they are later on in the afternoon? Well, it's because fewer people are using Lightning Lanes also at this time in the morning. At this point in the morning, there's really no benefit to using a Lightning Lane attraction. You're not saving much time. And so you get few, I mean, you are gonna get some. People are gonna use their Lightning Lanes whenever, but the object of Lightning Lane is to save time. And so you don't wanna use it on an attraction early in the morning when you're not gonna save any time. What's the point of wasting a Lightning Lane if you can't save any time doing it? That's my opinion anyway, from a optimal point of view, which is, that's something that I do. That's something that I pay attention to all the time, is how optimal things are.
We said in our Genie Plus videos, in terms of beating Genie Plus, you want to be getting in standby at times when there aren't Lightning Lanes getting in those queues. So that's why in the mornings there's far less competition between standby and Lightning Lane, far less competition. But later on in the day, people start using their Lightning Lanes. That's when it starts to slow down standby significantly.
Going over rough and rugged terrain, and then suddenly you are turning sharply and dropping suddenly. Seriously, the path to the temple can be quite rough. Keep safe and sound, and stay well seated, seatbelt fastened.
In our vehicle at 8:54.
The treasure of Mara, glittering gold. Right there you go. That's at least 30 or 40 minutes right now for Indiana Jones. It is 9 o'clock on the dot. We have done Space Mountain, Matterhorn, and Indiana Jones in 1 hour. 3 of the biggest attractions time-wise in the park. 3 out of, I'd say half the biggest attractions. If you were to try to do those attractions, in a couple of hours, or even an hour from now, an hour each. So we have just saved 2 hours. We've spent an hour doing attractions, 3 attractions that normally would take 3 hours to be done later in the day. Each of those, an hour at least. There could be more. You can see Space Mountain in an hour and a half. Indiana Jones could be more than an hour. Matterhorn, not so much. Matterhorn is typically an hour or less. But you could do those 3 attractions in just an hour at rope drop. And we didn't even try hard. we didn't even try hard. That was pretty easy. I'm gonna go ahead and take this opportunity to do Splash Mountain next. There's more time to save. We have more time to save. We're going to Splash Mountain next. It's a hot day. And again, the perfect opportunity to ride Splash Mountain is right now at 9 a.m.
I am not the only person with that idea. No, it's going to be probably 10 minutes for this attraction right now too. I love going standby on Splash, by the way. I love this little trail that they've created for us. It's lovely. Oh, get to see the logs go by.
Speaking of which, some of you may be commenting already, Dave, why aren't you going through single rider? Matterhorn is single rider.
Splash Mountain has single rider. Because, well, Indiana Jones used to have single rider, so did Space Mountain for that matter. But I'm not doing that because I'm trying to show this perspective of people coming in groups or with families, that kind of thing, as opposed, because you can save even more time. You can save even more time if you go single rider on some of these attractions, although it's less valuable in the morning.
So far, so good. Cruising right through the queue, no stopping. May not even be 10 minutes, it may be 5. Whatever time it takes to walk through the queue.
Wait, I had to jump in my boat. It's 9:09. We're already in our boat. We're already moving. I barely had a chance to get the camera ready.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Oh, jeez.
I am so... I haven't gotten that wet on Splash Mountain in quite a while. We had a heavy boat, I think. Anyway, it's 9:25. We just handled Indiana Jones and Splash Mountain in a half an hour. We've done now 4 rides in 1 hour and 20 minutes. I got one more on the agenda, I think, before we get to 10 o'clock, and that's gonna be Big Thunder. I had thought about doing that, you know, before, but Splash Mountain was a walk-on.
Well, standby's been a bit of a slog.
Fresh baked.
Hey guys. And that is because Lightning Lane has shown up. So this is about the end of the optimal period. It's just shy of 10 o'clock. It's the end of the optimal period for getting in standby. We've maxed out.
And that's our boat at about 10:03. We got here sooner, but I stopped to do that thing that I tell everybody to do, and that is don't let your agenda get in the way of meeting Jack Sparrow in the middle of New Orleans Square. And that's what I did.
First side, please state your next train.
Oh, jeez, this is fun.
5 rides in 2 hours. Big Thunder, it took the wind out of things a little bit because that's where we met that point when the crowds are here, or at least they're showing up in the queues anyway, and Lightning Lanes are starting to cash in. But the great thing about this, you know, doing this system as far as rope drop goes, hitting those Lightning Lane attractions up front, is that now it frees up the rest of our day. Frees up the rest of our day to not have to worry about, we have to worry about any of that other, all those difficult attractions. We have to worry about Space Mountain or Splash Mountain or whatever. Oh look, we can take our time and ride Mark Twain and be cool with that. By the way, you may be asking, shouldn't I have taken that chance to ride Rise of the Resistance? We actually did a whole video on whether or not you should rope drop Rise of the Resistance, but too low. The TLDR on that is no, you don't. And by the way, it was closed. I was I was checking in on Rise throughout the morning, and for at least an hour of that I could tell, Rise has been closed. So there was really
no train. I tried to even get on there when I was at Splash Mountain, but that's a no-go.
Remember, those 2 toots are magic horn. And a few happy thoughts. We are now on our way.
Getting all those attractions done and out of the way by 10 a.m. has allowed me to have a casual afternoon now. A chance, an opportunity to ride the omnibus down Main Street, and then the park is mine. The park is my oyster. It's a great way to get your day started, and it's still, like I said, just 10 a.m. Got the rest of the day ahead of me, and I can do whatever I want. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you learned a little something today. I hope it's helped your visits today to the park. Follow us on Instagram _FreshBaked, on Twitter at FreshBakedDisney, that's fresh with no E, and on TikTok at FreshBakedDisney. If you like our show and want to show you support, please do consider joining our Patreon campaign at patreon.com/freshbaked. And if you're looking to book a trip to Disneyland, plan a trip to here or Disney World, or just buy tickets, please do consider joining or using our affiliate link for GetAwayToday. We are now partnering with them. Get some great customer service with GetAwayToday and help support Fresh Baked at the same time. There's a link below. Otherwise, thanks again everybody for watching our show. We love you very much. Be safe out there. Be kind to one another. Fresh Baked. The bus is perfection. So good.
We are coming to the end of our run. Please stay fully seated until the bus comes to a complete stop.
Makes you fall in love all over again every single time. Respect.